Have you been feeling spiritually exhausted? Listen, just because you feel empty doesn't mean God is absent. In fact, some of his strongest work happens in silence. But there's a reason that silence feels so heavy, one most people never notice. Before you give up, let me show you the subtle ways God may be strengthening you right now. Number 1, he's emptying you of what you were never meant to carry. You've been running on empty for weeks, maybe months. You pray, but the words feel hollow. You worship, but you can't feel anything. You reach for God, but it's like grasping at air. That exhaustion you're feeling, it's not punishment, it's pruning. God is letting you feel the weight of everything you've been carrying that was never yours to hold. The need to fix everyone, the pressure to be perfect, the burden of control. John 15:2 says, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." Pruning feels like losing. It feels like death. But it's actually preparation for new growth. That emptiness isn't God abandoning you. It's God clearing space. He's removing what's been draining you so he can fill you with what will sustain you. When you feel spiritually exhausted, it's often because you're finally letting go of burdens God never asked you to carry. Number 2, he's teaching you to depend on him, not your feelings. You've been chasing the high, the goosebumps during worship, the tears during prayer, the confirmation that made you feel chosen. But lately, nothing. No chills, no breakthroughs, no emotional proof that he's there. So you wonder if you've done something wrong. But here's what God is actually doing. He's weaning you off spiritual feelings so you can walk by faith. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we live by faith, not by sight." When God lets you feel empty, he's not testing your devotion. He's maturing it. He's teaching you that his presence isn't dependent on your emotions, that his love doesn't rise and fall with your feelings, that your faith isn't measured by how spiritual you feel in the moment. This emptiness is the birthplace of unshakable faith, the kind that stands even when you can't feel him, the kind that trusts even when you can't see him. You're not losing your faith. You're building a foundation that feelings can't destroy. Number 3, he's breaking your dependency on everything else. You've been filling the void with everything but him. The validation from others, the distraction of busyness, the comfort of old habits. It worked for a while until it didn't. Now nothing satisfies. Everything feels empty. Even the things that used to bring relief now leave you feeling more hollow than before. That's not depression. That's divine intervention. Psalm 107 verse 9 says, "For he satisfies the thirsty and fills the hungry with good things." God will let you hit empty on everything else so you finally come back to the only source that truly fills. He's not being cruel. He's being strategic. Sometimes God removes the temporary comforts so you'll stop settling for substitutes. That restlessness, that dissatisfaction, that inability to find fulfillment in your usual places, it's not a crisis. It's a redirection. God is letting you feel the emptiness of everything that isn't him, so you'll finally turn to the only thing that is. Number 4, he's preparing you for something bigger than you're ready for. Right now, it feels like a wasteland. You're praying, but the breakthrough isn't coming. You're serving, but you're not seeing results. You're faithful, but you feel forgotten, like you're in a holding pattern with no clear purpose. But in the Bible, emptiness always came before elevation. Joseph sat in prison before he ruled Egypt. Moses wandered the desert before he led millions. David hid in caves before he wore a crown. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. That exhaustion you're feeling isn't wasted time. It's preparation time. God is building your capacity in the emptiness. He's strengthening your character in the silence. He's teaching you endurance in the waiting. What you're going through right now isn't random. It's strategic. God is letting you feel weak, so when He promotes you, you'll remember it was never your strength to begin with. Number 5. He's protecting you from what would have destroyed you. You've been asking God for answers, for open doors, for the breakthrough you've been praying for. But all you're getting is closed doors and silence. It feels like rejection, like abandonment, like He's ignoring your prayers. But what if He's not saying no? What if He's saying, not yet? Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." God sees what you can't. He knows the traps you're walking toward. He knows the timing that would hurt you. He knows the blessings you're not ready to steward. So He lets you feel the frustration of closed doors, because those closed doors are actually His protection. That job you didn't get, it would have drained your purpose. That relationship that ended, it would have derailed your destiny. That opportunity that fell through, it would have distracted you from your calling. When God makes you wait in the emptiness, it's not because He doesn't care. It's because He cares too much to give you something that would break you. Maybe you opened this video feeling done, exhausted, empty, ready to give up because God feels distant and your faith feels fragile. But what if this emptiness isn't the end? What if it's the exact place where God does His deepest work? You're not being punished. You're being prepared. You're not being abandoned. You're being refined. You're not losing your faith. You're learning what real faith looks like when feelings fail and circumstances scream. This exhaustion you're feeling, it's not meaningless. Every moment of silence is shaping you. Every season of emptiness is strengthening you. Every closed door is protecting you. And when God finally moves, and He will move, you'll look back on this season and realize it wasn't the absence of God. It was the presence of God doing what only He could do in the quiet. So don't quit in the emptiness. Don't walk away in the exhaustion. Don't give up in the silence. Stay. Trust. Wait. Because the same God who let you feel empty is the same God who's about to fill you in ways you never imagined. If this hit your spirit, drop "I trust you, Lord" in the comments and share this with someone who's about to give up. They need to hear this today.